everyone, welcome to iQuanta. As you can see from the thumbnail, so I will be starting with the PYQs of time, speed and distance. So let's begin with the first question. And you will be finding out the slot as well as year name mentioned in each and every question so that it will be easy for you during the revision part. So let's begin with this question. This question says, a man travels by a motorboat down a river to his office and back. So down a river, basically talking about downstream, and when he comes back, this journey becomes upstream. With the speed of the river unchanged, so when we solve upstream and downstream problems, there are two variables. First is speed of boat in still water, second is speed of water or river. So speed of boat, I am taking it as in still water, guys, लिख देता हूँ, in still water, that is B. Speed of river, I am taking it as W. So during upstream or during downstream, we can easily say the speed. So downstream speed is B plus W, up speed is B minus W. Now what question is saying? A man travels by a motorboat down a river to his office and back. So we do not know the distance also. So time taken will be how much? D, let's say distance is D upon B plus W, because downstream time D upon B minus W, upstream time. With the speed of river unchanged, so water speed is same, right? If he doubles the speed of his motorboat, so B becomes 2B, then his total travel time gets reduced by 75%. So initially it was T, so it is reduced by 75%, it becomes 25%. So I can say time becomes T by 4. So new time will be T by 4. Distance is same, that is D, but speed change, 2B plus W, 2B minus W. Right? Then we have to find out the original ratio of original speed of motorboat, that means this and this. Okay. So what I can do, I can put the value of T here. So to do that, I am multiplying 4 . Okay. Now you can equate this easily and we can find out the ratio between B and W. So let me rub this data to make a space. Okay, so I can say D upon B plus W, D upon B minus W is equal to 4D upon 2B plus W, 4D upon 2B minus W. So if you observe carefully, I can cancel out D. And if I take the LCM, I can say this is B square minus W square, A plus B into A minus B. In the numerator, you will be getting B minus W plus B plus W. What about here? I can take 4 common. A plus B, A minus B, 4B square minus W square, 2B minus W plus 2B plus W. I can cancel this out, I can cancel this out. So on the left hand side, I must be getting 2B upon B square minus W square. On the right hand side, this is 4B into 4, 16B. 4B square minus W square. Now if you can see, I can cancel this out and it becomes 8. Cross multiplication, 4B square minus W square, 8B square minus 8W square. On simplification, I can say 4B square is equal to 7W square. So B square by W square is equal to 7 by 4. And when I take the square root, obviously I cannot not get the values in negative, right? B by W is basically 7 by root 2. So option is motor. Okay, sorry, root 7 by 2, not 7 by root 7 by 2, because 7 is square root is root 7 and 4 is square root is 2. Option number B. Next question. A man leaves his home and walks at a speed of 12 km per hour, reaching the railway station 10 minutes after the train had departed. So obviously, let's say the time is t. Original time is t minutes. So he must be reaching 10 minutes late. So, and the speed is 12. So distance will be what? Speed into time. 12 into t plus 10. But remember, you have to convert into hours because time is in minute, right? If instead he had walked at a speed of 15, he would have reached the station 10 minutes before. That means speed is 15, time must be t minus 10 upon 60. Okay. Right? This is also distance, this is also distance. So that's why we have equated this. So let's cancel this out. Okay. So 12t plus 120, 15t minus 150. So obviously 3t is equal to 270, t is equal to 90 minutes. Now just put this value in either of the equation, you will get the distance. So 12 into 100 by 60, 520. So answer is 20 kilometer. Next. A motorbike leaves point A at 1 p.m. So suppose this is point A, 1 p.m. and move towards point B at a uniform speed. A car leaves point B at 2 p.m. Point B. Okay, so 2 p.m. car. Which is double of the motorbike. So speed is double, right? So if this speed is x, this will be 2x. That means we can understand one more thing from this, that this bike has traveled for 1 hour. So 2 p.m. pe, let's say this bike reached to this position. So since the speed of this bike is x kilometer per hour and the time taken is 1 hour, so x into 1, I can say the distance covered by this bike will be x, right? Now they meet at 340. So they are meeting somewhere here, right? At a point which is 168 kilometer from A. So this is 168. Okay, so 2 p.m. till 340, you can say 1 hour, 40 minutes. When you convert this in hours, so 1 plus 2 by 3, that is 5 by 3. It means this person, this bike has traveled for 5 by 3 hours, as well as this car has traveled for 5 by 3 hours. So when you do the maths, this is time, this is your speed. So distance will be 10x by 3. This one, right? Because they are meeting at this point at 340. So this car has traveled for 5 by 3 hours. And the speed is, you can see, speed is double. No? That's why I have taken 2x. Okay. So 10x by 3. And what about this? 5x by 3. Now the sum of this is given, that is 168. So x plus 5x by 3 is 8x by 3, that is equal to 168. So this got cancelled out. X is equal to 63. Now what question setter is asking? The distance between A and B. Just let's take the sum. X, this is 15x by 3. 15x by 3, right? You can check. 15x by 3 is 5x. 5x plus x is 6x. So you know the value of x, 6x. Yeah? So 63 into 6, 378. Option number B. Next, Arun drove from home to his hostel at 60 miles per hour. Home to hostel 60 miles per hour. We do not know the distance, right, which we have to find out. Suppose distance is d. While returning home, he drove halfway. So what I'm doing, I'm taking distance as 2d because I have to do the half, right? So 2d. So when this person has covered d, while returning home, he drove halfway along the same route at a speed of 25, here 25, and then took a bypass road which increased his driving distance by 5 miles. So that means now he must be covering d plus 5, but allowed him to drive at a speed of 50. So this distance is covered by 50 speed. If his return journey took 30 minutes more than his onward journey. Use the basic maths. What is time? Time is distance by speed. You know distance is this, speed is this. So initial time is 2d by 60. Now when he is coming back, he covered d by 25. The speed is 25, so time is d by 25 plus. But about this part, d plus 5 upon 50. Now please understand this. This is the return journey time. This is ongoing. जाने वाला, वो आने वाला. This time is 30 minutes more than this. So what we will do? We will add 1 by 2, half hours. 1 by 2. So 2d by 60 plus 1 by 2, because everything I have taken in terms of hours, right? So now we have to solve this. Let's simplify this. Let's take the LCM, 60. So 2d plus 30. 50 LCM, so 2d, d plus 5, 0, 0 cancel out, so 2d plus 30, 3d, we will cross multiply later on, 5. Now let's cross multiply this, 10d, 150, 18d, 30, so 8d is equal to 120, d is equal to 15. Now what question set is asking? The total distance travelled by him. So if you observe, this is the journey. He started from home to hostel, that is 2d. Then when he is coming back, he covered 2d plus 5, d plus 5. So I can see 4d plus 5 and d value is 15. So 15 into 4 is 60. 60 plus 5 is 65. So answer is option number C. Next question. So in a 10-kilometer race, A, B, C each running at uniform speed get the gold, silver and bronze medal respectively if A beats B by 1 kilometer. That means when A covers 10 kilometer, B covers 9 kilometer, right? Because when the race is completed, A would have completed 10 kilometer and B would have completed only 9 kilometer because of this information. And B beats C by 1 kilometer. So when B covers 10 kilometer, C covers 9 kilometer. We have to find out by how many meters does A beat C. So we have to find out relation between A and C. So can I use this A by B into B by C? I can easily find out A by C. What is A by B? 10 by 9. What is B by C? Again 10 by 9, you can check, right? When you simplify this, you will get 100 by 81. That is relation of A and C is, if A covers, let's say 100 kilometer, C covers how much? 81 kilometer. Or if you say A covers 100 meter, C covers 81 meter, right? Now, we have to make a 10 kilometer race because question says by how many meters does A beat C? So let's convert this in terms of meter. 10,000. So what I'm doing, I'm multiplying this by 100. Now you can easily tell The answer will be 1900, because when A covers 10,000, C covers 8100. So question says train T leaves station X for station Y at 3 p.m. and train S traveling at 3/4 of the speed of train T. So what I can say, suppose the speed here is 4x kilometer per hour. So the speed of this will be 3x kilometer per hour, because 3/4 means 3/4 of this speed, right? And this train leaves at 4 p.m. So that means when this train is leaving at 4 p.m., this train must have traveled for 1 hour. So it means we know the speed. So this train must have traveled 4x kilometer. Now, the two trains pass each other at station Z, where the distance between X and Z, this is X, guys, this is X, and this one is Y, okay. So X and Z is 3/5 of that between X and Y. So if I say the distance between X and Y is 5y, so the distance between X and Z will be 3y. This entire is 5y. So this will be, this is 4x, so this will be 3x minus 4x. 3y minus 4x, because this total is 3y. Now these two, so this is train T at 4 p.m. at this point. Now these two trains are meeting at this point, and when two persons meet and when they start at the same time, the one thing which remains constant is time. So the time is constant, and time is constant, time means distance by speed. So distance is 3y minus 4x, speed is 4x. Here distance is, if you observe, this is 3y, this is 5y, so this will be 2y upon 3x. This got cancelled out, cross multiplication, 9y minus 12x is equal to 8y. From this I can say y is equal to 12x. Now what question is asking, how many hours does train T take for its journey from X to Y? X to Y, that means we have to cover 5y at a speed of 4x. I already know the value of y in terms of x, that is 12x. So 5 into 12x, 60x upon 4x. This got cancelled out. So my answer will be 15 hours. Point P lies between point A and B. Such that length of BP is thrice that of AP. Thrice that of AP. That means if I say this is 1 kilometer, this must be 3 kilometer. Or if I take this as x, this will be 3x, right? Car 1 starts from A, moves towards B. Simultaneously, car 2 starts from B and moves towards A. Okay, this is P point, right? Let me rub this and put here. Okay. Now, so question says car 1, moves towards it. Okay. Car 2 reaches P 1 hour after car 1 reaches P. If the speed of car 2 is half that of car 1. So if I take this speed as 2y, this as y, okay. Then the time in minutes taken by car 1 in reaching P from A. Okay. Okay. Let's focus on this part. Okay, let's focus only on this line. Car 2 reaches P 1 hour after car 1 reaches P. So time taken by car 1 is 1 upon 2y. And time taken by car 2 is 3 upon y. Now this time is 1 hour more than this. So we can equate. Now let's solve this. 6 minus 1. So I can say 2y is equal to 5. Y is equal to 5 by 2. Okay. Now question is asking the time in minutes taken by carbon in reaching that time is this. So just put this value. So 1 upon 2 into 5 by 2, right? Because the value of pi is 5 by 2. So that is 1 by 5 hours, because everything I have taken in hours only, right? So convert into minutes. So answer is 12 minutes. Next. The distance from A to B is 60 kilometers. Parth and Narayan start from A at the same time. Parth and Narayan. So Parth is here, Narayan is here. And move towards B. Parth takes 4 hours more than Narayan to reach B. Moreover, Parth reaches the midpoint of A and B, midpoint, so 30 kilometers, 30. 2 hours before Narayan reaches B, the speed of, okay. So let's find out, let's suppose that the speed of this is P, this speed of this is N. So let's focus only on this line first. So Parth is taking 4 hours more. So time taken by Parth is 60 by P. And that is 60 by N plus 4. This is our first equation. Next, Parth reaches the midpoint of A and B, that is 30 kilometers, traveled by the speed of P. 2 hours before Narayan reaches B. Narayan reaches B, Narayan takes this much time to reach B minus 2. This is our second equation. हमें निकालना है speed of Parth. So just do the basic math. Subtract, subtract, subtract. This got cancelled out. So 30 by P is equal to 4 plus 2, 6. So P is 5. That's it. Next. So A and B are 150 kilometers apart. Car 1 and car 2 travel from A to B. So car 1 and car 2. But car 2 starts from A when car 1 is already 20 kilometers away from A. Okay, so car 1 reaches here 20 kilometers away. And then car 2 will start. Okay. Each car travels at a speed of 100 km per hour for the first 50 km, then 50 km per hour for the next 50, 25 for the last 50, and so on. The distance in kilometer between car 2 and B when car 1 reaches B. Okay. So obviously car 1 will reach first, right? Because the speed of these two cars are same. So car 1 will reach first because car 1 has car 1 is 20 km ahead of car 2, right? So car 1 got a head start. So in terms of distance, we know. Now try to understand, in the first 50 km, the speed is 100 km per hour. So the speed, the time taken by car 1 to travel this 20 km will be how much? Time is distance upon speed. So time taken by car 1 to cover that 20 km is 1 by 5 hours. So we can understand this using our common sense that car 1 is 1 by 5 hour ahead of car 2. And since the speed remains constant, because for the first 50 km, same speed these two cars are traveling, same for the next 50, same for the next 50. So this gap will remain constant. That gap is of 1 by 5 hours. So that means car 1 will reach 1 by 5 hours before car 2. Okay? So it means the distance between car 1 and car 2 at the last lap will be how much? Because car 1 is reaching faster than car 2, and that speed at which this car 1 will be traveling will be 25 for the last 50 km. So 25 into 1 by 5, 5 km. आपको शॉकिंग लगेगा कि यार इनिशियली द गैप वाज ऑफ 20 किलोमीटर बट नाउ द गैप इज ऑफ 5 किलोमीटर ओनली, बिकॉज here the distance is not the same thing which is constant, because speed is something which was remaining constant and because of that time was changing. ठीक है, here speed for the first 50 kilometer was constant but next speed started changing, next speed started changing. तो आपको करना क्या था यहाँ पे, यू हैव टू सी कि यार इसको कितने का एक हेड स्टार्ट मिला है 1/5 आवर्स का, वो कांस्टेंट रहने वाला है, क्योंकि स्पीड से तो सेम स्पीड से चलने वाले हैं दोनों लोग, जितने फर्स्ट 50 के लिए वो उतना टाइम लेगा जितना उतना ये टाइम लेगा, तो बस ये जो टाइम एक्स्ट्रा था जिसकी वजह से वो पीछे रह गया, ये ही टाइम का गैप रहने वाला है. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड फॉर 1/5 आवर्स ओनली एंड एट अ स्पीड ऑफ 25. ठीक है, इट्स अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट, on a long stretch of east and west road, A and B are 2 points such that B is west of A. One car starts from A, another from B at the same time. If they move towards each other, they meet after 1 hour. So you can use the concept of relative speed. Time is equal to distance upon speed. So they are moving towards each other, that time A plus B. So I can say A plus B is 350. If they both move towards east, this is east. So that means they are traveling in same direction. So relative speed will be difference of these two. They meet in 7 hours and difference is being asked. So what you have to do? 7 is equal to 350 upon difference. So difference is 50 kilometer per hour. That's it. So it was an easy question. Next, A, P, Q, B lie on the same line such that P, Q, B are respectively 100, 200. So this is 100 because this is 200 kilometer away. This is also 100 because this is 300 kilometer, right? Okay. Now, car 1, car 2 leave A at the same time and move towards B. Simultaneously, car 3 leaves B and move towards A. Car 3 meets car 1 at Q. So when these two are meeting towards, coming towards each other, or they are meeting at a certain point, it simply means that time is constant. So when time is constant, ratio of speed is same as ratio of distance. ठीक है, ratio of speed is same as ratio of distance. So it means when car 1 is meeting at Q, car 1 and car 3 meets at Q. So the ratio of speed of car 1 and car 3 will be ratio of distance, that is 2:1. Because car 1 ने 200 कवर किया, कार 3 ने सिर्फ 100 कवर किया, so ratio of speed is 2:1. And car 3 meets car 2 at P. So car 2 ratio car 3 100:200, 1:2. अब क्या निकालना है? If each car is moving in uniform speed, then the ratio of speed of car 2 to that of car 1. So merging of ratios का concept है यहाँ पे use होगा. We already know the ratios. Now we have to merge these. So car 3 here 1, here 2. So multiply this by 2. So car 1, car 2, car 3. So 2 2s are 4. Car 2 is 1 only and this is 2. So we got the ratio and the ratio was asked for car 2 with car 1. So 1:4. Option number A. Next. The wheels of bicycle A and B have radii 30 cm and 40 cm respectively. Okay. While traveling a certain distance, each wheel of A required 5,000 more revolutions So to cover a revolution, but basically a revolution means circumference 2 pi r. So the value of one revolution of A is r is 30, so 60 pi, and B is 80 pi, right? While traveling a certain distance, each wheel of A required 5,000 more revolutions than each wheel of B. Suppose wheel required x revolution, and in one revolution distance covered is 2 pi r. So distance covered in by B will be 80 pi x, and A needs x plus 5,000 more revolutions, right? Okay. If bicycle B travel this distance in 45 minutes, then the speed, okay, we will find out that later. But first of all, let's find out the value of x. So while traveling a certain distance, each wheel of A required, okay, so we can equate the distance. Okay. This got cancel out, this got cancel out. 8x is equal to 6x plus 30,000. So 2x is equal to 30,000. X is equal to 15,000. Right? Now, if bicycle B travel this distance in 45 minutes, speed निकालना है आपको. Speed क्या होता है? Distance upon time. What is distance? Distance is this. So 80 pi 15,000. Okay. And this is in centimeter. Okay. And we have to find out speed in kilometer. Okay. So we have to take care of that also. 45 minutes means 3 by 4 hours. 45 by 60, right? So we know 1 kilometer has 1000 meter and 1000 into 100 centimeter. So we need 5 zeros. 3 zeros I can cancel from here, 1 0 from here. 15 into 8 is 120 pi. 1 0 I can cancel out. To convert into kilometer, I am doing this. So 12 pi is the distance upon time is 3 by 4. So answer is 16 pi. Option number A. Next. One can use 3 different transport which move at 10, 20 and 30 km per hour respectively. To reach from A to B, Amal took each mode of transport 1/3 of his total journey time. Okay, let's say Amal is taking 3 hours. Suppose Amal is taking 3 hours, right? So he traveled 1 hour with each mode of transport at a speed of 10, 20 and 30 respectively. So distance covered by Amal will be how much? 10 into 1, 20 into 1, 30 into 1. 10 plus 20 plus 30, 60 km. Distance covered by Amal, right? So to reach from A to B, so that means distance from A to B is 60 km, which we can directly say. While Vimal took each mode of transport 1/3 of the total distance. 1/3 of the total distance means 20, 20, 20. Because we know the distance is 60. So 1/3 is 20, 20, 20. Right? Now the speed is 10, here 20, here 30. So time taken will be how much? 2 plus 1 plus 2 by 3. Right? So the percentage by which Vimal travel time exceed Amal travel time. So you can see that here Amal travel time is 3 hours. Here 3 hours plus 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 is extra. So let's calculate this. 2 by 3 is extra with respect to 3 into 100. So 2 by 9 into 100. 1 by 9 is 11.11. 2 by 9 is 22.22. So nearest is 22. Next, in a race of 3 horses, the first beat second by 11 meters. So horses, let's say A, B, C. So A covers, suppose X. B must have covered X minus 11. C must have covered X minus 90. Similarly, the second beat third by 80. That means when second covered X, so C will cover second beat third. So when B covers X, C would have covered X minus 80. Now just compare these two. You will get the answer within seconds. X minus 11 upon X minus 90, X upon X minus 80. Cross multiply X square minus 91X plus 880, X square minus 90X. So X is equal to 880 because this will cancel out, right? So X is equal to 880. So our answer is 880. Next question. Two cars travel the same distance starting at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. respectively. Okay. So distance we do not know. Okay, let me rub this part. They reach their common destination at the same point of time. If the first car traveled for at least 6 hours, then the highest possible value of the percentage by which the speed of the second car could exceed. Okay. So we have to maximize the percentage by which the speed of second car could exceed. Okay. So speed is maximum. Speed of second car is maximum. Speed of second car is maximum, then only we can get the maximum possible difference, right? Okay. Speed of second car is maximum, so time should be minimum. कम से कम time लगना, time should be minimum. But if you observe, the time of the second car is somehow dependent on first car. How I will tell you that part, because if you see this person, the first car start at 10 a.m. and if he takes at least 6 hours, matlab, let's say this car takes 6 hours. So second car will take only 5 hours because they are reaching destination at the same point of time, right? But here at least 6 hours is given. So I can take this case also, that first car takes 7 hours. So second car will take 6 hours and so on. But since I have to minimize the time, I have to consider this case, that the time taken by second car should be minimum, right? So time taken by first car is this and time taken by car 2 is this. Now we also know one thing, that if the ratio of time is given to us, we can easily find out the ratio of speed. Speed ratio is inverse, right? 5:6. Then that means if the speed of first car is 5 km per hour, speed of second car will be 6 km per hour. So how much percentage gap we can easily find out? 1 by 5, because 6 is 1 more than 5. 1 by 5 into 100, that is 20%. Next, so this question is two ends A and B start from a point P on a circle at the same time with A moving clockwise. So let me make a diagram. So this point is P and A and B are, okay, so A and B are there and A moving clockwise. So A, I think B I should put here, A I should put here. So A is moving clockwise and B is moving anti-clockwise. They meet for the first time at 10 a.m. when A has covered 60% of the track. So suppose this is 10 a.m. A has covered 60%, B has covered 40%. Now A and B are at this position. Next, if A returns to P at 10:12 a.m., so that means A is going in this way. So A will covers 40% of track in 12 minutes. Right? Okay. So can I say that time taken by A to cover 60% of track will be how much? 18 minutes. Unitary method, or you can use the ratio also. You can see the distance are in the ratio 2:3, right? So you can use 2:3 with the help of this. You can easily find out if this is 2 and 2 is equivalent to 12 minutes. So 1 is equivalent to 6 minutes, 3 is equivalent to 18 minutes. So you can directly find out 18 minutes, right? Now, it means this A must have taken 18 minutes to cover 60% of track. So while since A and B started at the same time, in that time, in the 18 minute, A has covered 60% of the track. B would have covered how much? 40% of the track, right? So B covers 40% of the track in 18 minutes. Because you can see B is moving in this direction. So by the time A covers 60%, B covers 40%. And that time is 18 minutes. Okay. Now, what question is asking? B returns to P at A at what time? So, B is going in this direction. The distance which B has to cover, that is 60%. So, 40% of track is covered in 18 minutes, 60% of track. Again, you can use the ratio. This is 2:3. 40 by 60, 2:3. So, using this 2 is equivalent to 18, so 1 is equivalent to 9, 3 is equivalent to 27. In this way, you can directly find out that B will reach to A at 10:27, right? Option number A is the right answer. Next. John jogs on a track A at 6 km per hour. So, speed of A is 6 km per hour. Sorry, not A, that is the speed of John. Mary, speed is 7.5. The total length of tracks A and B is 325 meters. So, you can see the distance is given in meters, speed is given in kilometer per hour. When I read this further, time is given or time is asked in the seconds. So, what we have to do? We have to convert speed into meter per second. To do that, to convert speed from kilometer per hour to meter per second, we multiply by 5 by 18. So, we have to take care of that part also. Now, while John makes 9 rounds of track A, so John is jogging at track A. So, suppose track A length is A. So, track B length will be 325 minus A. Total distance is 325, right? That's why. So, John makes 9 rounds of track A. So, time taken by John to make 1 round of track A will be A by 6. This is A meter. And since this speed is in kilometer per hour, we have to convert it by dividing 5 by 18. Sorry, by multiplying by 5 by 18. Now, John covers 9 tracks, right? So, time taken by John to cover 9 tracks of 9 rounds of track A is equal to Mary makes 5 rounds of track B. So, 325 minus A upon 7.5 into 5 by 18, right? Now, we can cancel out something. This gone cancel out 1.5, 4. Cross multiplication. So, 9A is equal to 4 into 325, that is 1300 minus 4A. So, 13A is equal to 1300. So, A is equal to 100. So, length of track A is 100 meter. In how many seconds will Mary make 1 round of track A? So, we know this distance of track A. So, time taken will be what? Distance upon the speed of Mary is 7.5, but we have to convert into meter per second, right? Now let's cancel out 20 decimal, 25 3 ja, 25 8 ja, 3 6. So 8 into 6, 48 seconds. Next, a cyclist leaves A at 10 a.m. and reaches B at 11 a.m. Starting from 10:01 a.m., every minute a motorcycle leaves A and moves towards B. 45 such motorcycles reach B by 11 a.m. So let's understand this much. We know first motorcycle left at 10:01 a.m. Next will be leaving at this time. Next at this time, because of this every minute a motorcycle leaves A. And we know that by 11 a.m. all the motorcycles reach to B and the number of motorcycles are 45. So that means the last motorcycle which left A would be at this time, because at every minute one motorcycle leaves A. Now when this last motorcycle left A, this last motorcycle, because all the motorcycle reach B by 11 a.m. That means this last motorcycle would be the last motorcycle to reach B, right? Because this was the last motorcycle which started at A, and you can see they all have same speed, right? So that means these motorcycle takes 15 minutes to reach from A to B. A से B जाने के लिए उनको कितना टाइम लग रहा है? 15 मिनट लग रहा है. ठीक है, ये समझ में आता है. If the cyclist had doubled his speed, that means पहले cyclist, initially cyclist 10 AM पे A पर निकलता था and he reaches to B by 11 AM. So he was taking 1 hour to complete this journey. Now, since the speed has been doubled, so time will be taken half. Now, this person will take only 30 minutes to reach B, right? I hope this part is clear. Next, how many motorcycles would have reached B by the time the cyclist reached B? You know one thing, that every motorcycle takes 15 minutes to reach B. So last motorcycle must be left at 10:15 and that would be reaching to B by 10:30. So that means only 15 motorcycle would be possible जो कि B पर 10:30 पर आपको दिखाई देंगी, right? Because जो motorcycle, the motorcycle which left at 10:16, you will find that motorcycle at B at time 10:31, because every motorcycle takes 15 minutes. So that means only 15 motorcycles are possible जो आपको B पर दिखाई देने वाली हैं. Answer is C. Next, leaving home at the same time, Amal reaches office at 10:15 if he travels at 8 km per hour. So we do not know when did Amal started or left home, right? Because he left home at a certain time, but we do not know that time, right? Now, and 9:40 if he travels at 15 km per hour. Now focus on that part. So suppose Amal takes t minutes. So 8 is the speed, time is t minutes. Converting it into hours, so t by 60. So distance will be what? Speed into time. Now, if he left at a speed of 15 minutes, he would be reaching how much earlier? Instead of 10:15, he would reach by 9:40. So that means 35 minutes earlier. And to convert into minutes divided by 60. This got cancelled out. So 70 is equal to 15 into 35. So T is equal to 75 minutes. That means Amal takes 75 minutes to reach to office, right? Right, office. So that means the distance would be how much? 8 into 75 by 60. That would be distance. But now question is asking, leaving home at 9:10, at what speed in kilometer per hour must he travel to reach office exactly at 10 a.m.? So what is speed? Speed is distance upon time. We know distance. And the time is how much? 50 minutes, right? Converting it into hours. This got cancelled out. 25 2s are 25 3s are 4. So 4 into 3, 12. Answer is option number C. Next. Two persons are walking beside a railway track at respective speed of 2 and 4 km per hour in the same direction. A train came from behind. So there are two persons. Person 1, person 2. And they are moving at a speed of 2 km per hour and 4 km per hour. And the train came from behind and crossed them in 90 and 100 seconds respectively. So, this is a train problem question where a train is crossing a moving person. Now, we do not know the speed of train. So, what I am doing, I am taking the speed of train as t km per hour. Also, I do not know the length of the train. So, length I am taking L meter. Now, if you observe, I have taken t as kilometer per hour. The main reason was because the speed of these persons were given in kilometer per hour. So, easy होगा थोड़ा calculate करना. That's why. Now, use the case. Time taken by this train to cross this person is 90 seconds. So, time is equal to length of train upon relative speed. So, t minus 2 into 5 by 18, because we have to convert into meter per second. This is in meter, this is in second. This is our first equation. Second, t minus 4 into 5 by 18. This is our second equation. Now, let's divide this. On dividing, what we will get, on the left hand side, we will get 90 by 100. On the right hand side, we can see this got cancelled out when we divide, right? And L also get cancelled out. So, we will get t minus 4 upon t minus 2. Remember, this t minus 4 will go to numerator, okay? Let's cross multiply. This got cancelled out. 9t minus 18, 10t minus 40. So, t is equal to 22 km per hour. So, we got the time. Now, let's put, we got the speed of train. Now, let's put this here. This is the speed of the train, okay? Let's put this here. So, 90 is equal to L upon 20 into 5 by 18. So, L is equal to 90 into 20 into 5 by 18. So, length of the train is 500 meter. Now, time in seconds taken by train to cross an electric post. So, time taken will be what? Length of the train, which is 500, upon speed of the train, which is 22. Remember, we have to convert into meter per second. Okay? So, 1800 by 22, and this is roughly 82 seconds approximately. So, that's why answer is option number B. Next, a straight road connects points A and B. Car 1 travels from A to B. Car 2 travels from B to A. After meeting each other, they take 45 minutes. So carbon takes 45 minutes. This is carbon. Car2 takes 20 minutes to complete their journey. Okay. If carbon travels at a speed of 60 km per hour, we have to find out the car2 speed. So this is a direct question. If you know this formula, that whenever two persons start at the same time and they are moving towards each other, let me show you with this example. So person P1, person P2, they are moving towards each other. Obviously they will meet at certain point. Now after meeting, suppose P1 takes T1 time, P2 takes T2 time to reach their respective destination. Now you can see there are four variables, P1, P2, T1, T2. And there is a direct relation between these four variables, and that relation is speed of P1 upon speed of P2 is equal to under root T2 by T1. If you know this formula, you can solve this question within seconds. Now let's apply this. 60 speed x T2. Okay? So that means we will be putting, this time was how much? 20 minutes. Okay. 20 by 45. We can cancel out by 5, 4 by 9. So 60 by x is equal to 2 by 3. So x is equal to 90. Next. A train travelled at 1/3 of its usual speed, hence reached the destination 30 minutes after the scheduled time. So how we can use this? Okay, please understand. So new speed is 1/3 of original. Right? This is written here. So if I talk in this in terms of ratio, can I say that ratio of speed of original is to new is 3:1, and if this ratio of speed is 3:1, ratio of time taken will be what? 1:3. Right? Now you can see, if initially time taken is t, new time is 3t. So how much extra? 2t. And the value of 2t is given to us, that is 30 minutes. So t is equal to 15. It means the original time taken to complete this journey is 15 minutes. Is the original time. Next part. On its return journey, the train initially travelled at its usual speed for 5 minutes. That means if this train travels at its usual speed, it would take 15 minutes to reach to its original destination or original point, right? Okay. Now, out of that 15 minutes, this train has used 5 minutes. So that means 10 minutes journey is left. 10 minutes journey left. Then stop for 4 minutes. That means this train has wasted 4 minutes. The percentage by which the train must now increase its usual speed so to reach the destination at the scheduled time. Scheduled time पे ही पहुंचना है. That means now 4 minutes has been wasted. So this train has to cover this 10-minute journey in 6 minutes. So obviously he has to increase its speed. So how much percentage this speed should be increased? We have to figure that out. Let's see how to do that. So that means you can see he has to cover 10 minutes of distance, 10 minutes of journey in 6/10 of time. 6/10 of the time by I am saying 6/10 of the time. 6/10 of 10 is 6 now. So the time required was 10 minutes, but he has to complete this journey in 6 minutes. So can I say 6 by 10 of the original time? Right? Now, if time, this train is taking 6 by 10 of the original, so the speed should be 10 by 6. If you are taking less time, so obviously you should increase your speed 10 by 6. That means your speed has become now 10 by 6 of original. Okay? Speed has become 10 by 6 of original. So 10 by 6 of original, that means your speed increased by 4 by 6. By suppose I have 10 rupees with me. If I say that is increased by 1 by 2, that is increased by 1.5. So it will become 15, right? 50% से increase करेंगे तो बोल सकते हैं 15 हो जाएगा. Similarly, इसको mathematically कैसे बोल सकते हैं? 10 को अगर हम 15 बना रहे हैं तो कैसे बना रहे हैं? 15 by 10 हो गया. So 15 by 10 of 10 is basically 15. You can see that, right? मेरे पास initially 10 है, now it has become 15. So 15 is basically what percent is more than 10? I can directly say 50%. Or I can say 15 by 10 of 10 is 15. Both are same thing. Same thing I am doing here, that my speed has become 10 by 6. So my speed is increased by 4 by 6. 4 by 6 into 100 to convert into percentage, you will get 66.67. So approximately answer is 67, option number B. Next question. A and B are 2 points on a straight line. Ram runs from A to B. Rahim runs from B to A. After crossing each other, 1 minute and 4 minutes. Now, we have to find out ratio of Ram speed. So, speed of Ram upon speed of Rahim is equal to under root time taken by T2 upon T1. So, root 4 by 1 is 2 by 1. So, that means ratio is 2, right? So, Ram speed and Rahim ratio is 2. Answer is option number A. Next. Two circular tracks T1 and T2 of radii 100 meter and 20 meter respectively touch at point A. Something like this. A, right? Now, starting from A, at the same time, Ram and Rahim are walking on track T1. So, Ram, suppose, walking here on track T1 and Rahim walking on track T2. This is T1 track, this is T2 track. At a speed of 15 km per hour and 5 km per hour. Okay. The number of full rounds that Ram will make before he meets Rahim again for the first time. Okay. So, let's find out Ram will take how much time to cover this T1 track. Radius is given to us, so total distance of this T1 track will be 2 pi r and the speed is 15 km per hour, right? Obviously, to convert to make the same unit, I have to divide this by 1000, but I am doing something different here. This is time taken by Ram. If I take the ratio of time taken by Ram with Rahim, what will happen? 2 pi 20 upon 5. This got cancelled out, this got cancelled out, this got cancelled out, 5. This will go to right hand side. So, I can say time taken by Ram to Rahim is 5:3, because 5 by 3 ratio 1, that will be 5:3. That means if Ram is taking 5 hours to cover this whole track, Rahim will take 3 hours to cover this track, right? Okay. So, if time taken is 5:3, I can say ratio of speed will be 3:5. Can I say that? No, I cannot say that. So how we can conclude this? So what I am doing here is, because distance is not constant, obviously, okay? So let's say, suppose this distance, for to make my calculation or my concept easy, what I am doing is, suppose this whole track they are covering, that is, suppose they are running for 15 hours. Suppose they are running for 15 hours, because, right? So what I have done, I have taken the LCM of 5 and 3. Now I will try to understand this. I know this person will take 5 hours to complete this track. Okay? That means this track of, that means one round will be completed by this person in 5 hours. ठीक है? So 5 hours में complete होगा, ये 3 hours में complete कर लेगा. नेक्स्ट, तो 1 राउंड यहां पे कंप्लीट हो चुका है, इस भाई ने 5 hours में कंप्लीट किया. That person has already completed 1 round and he has moved to the second round. So obviously he will not meet here, because by the time Ram has finished this round, Rahim has moved further, right? Rahim will be somewhere here. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट राउंड में तो नहीं मिल रहे इसके. सेकेंड राउंड में, बिकॉज वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द कॉमन मीटिंग टाइम शुड बी द कॉमन, एंड दैट शुड बी 15 hours, विच इज द एलसीएम ऑफ 5 and 3. तो 5 and 3 का एलसीएम है, उस टाइम पे दोनों मिल जाएंगे. तो 5 and 3 में ये भाई साहब कितने राउंड कंप्लीट कर लेंगे? आप देखिए, 1 राउंड 5 hours में, 2 राउंड 10 hours में, और 3 राउंड 15 hours में. जैसे ये 3 राउंड कंप्लीट करेंगे, आप ध्यान से देखिएगा इस पार्ट को, मैं इसको अच्छे से समझाता हूं. 1 round he has completed, he will not meet this person. Another round 10 hours में अब भी यहां पे नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि वो 9 hours में कंप्लीट कर लेता है अपना थर्ड राउंड, और वो 10 hours में कहीं आगे निकल जाता है. बट जैसे ही वो अपना थर्ड राउंड कंप्लीट करता है, तो 15 hour पे आपको यहां दिखाई देगा, राइट? एंड इस भाई साहब को 3 hours लगते एक राउंड को कंप्लीट करने में. He will take 3 hours to complete 1 round, 6, 9, 12, 15. And at 15 hours, you will find this person also at this position. That means at 15 hours, they will meet. So वहां से हमें आइडिया क्या लगा पा रहे हैं कि this person has completed 3 rounds and this person has completed 5 rounds. तो जब ये मिलते हैं तो वो कितने rounds complete कर लेते हैं? 3 and 5 individually for the first time. Now question says number of full rounds that Ram will make before he meets Rahim again for the first time. So Ram must have completed 3 rounds. So that's why answer is option number B. तो यहां पे मैंने जो 5 hours और 3 hours का assumption है, वहां से थोड़ा सा आसान हो गया. ठीक है. Next, distance from B to C is thrice from A to B. Just a second. 2 trains travel from A to C via B. Okay, like this. So if I say this distance is 1 kilometer, this will be 3 kilometer. Distance from B to C is thrice that from A to B. 2 trains travel from A to C via B. So train 1, train 2. The speed of train 2 is double that of train 1. So if I say train 1 speed is 1 kilometer per hour, train 2 is 2 kilometer per hour. And why I am able to do this? Because we have to find out the ratio. So whenever we have to find out ratio, we can assume some numbers that will obviously make our question easier. The speed of train 2 is double that of train 1 while traveling from A to B. And their speeds are interchanged while traveling from B to C. That means this time the speed will be 2 km per hour and 1 km per hour. Speeds are interchanged. Now question is the ratio of time taken by train 1 to that time taken by train 2 in traveling from A to C. Now let's find out the time taken by train 1. 1 kilometer at a speed of 1 km per hour. So 1 hour plus 3 kilometer at a speed of 2 km per hour, 1.5, because this time is what? Distance upon speed. This is the time taken by this train upon 1 at a speed of this 0.5, 3 at a speed of this. So 2.5 upon 3.5, this cancel out, 5/7. Answer is option number D. Next, in a car race, A beats, so suppose A traveled x kilometer, so B x minus 45, and car A beats car C by 90, so x minus 90. Car B beats car C, so B covers x, C x minus 50. Okay. So the distance over which the race has been conducted. So we have to find out x. So we can just compare ratio B and C. X minus 45 upon x minus 90, x upon x minus 50. Now let's cross multiply this. X square minus 95x. Right. Just a second. Yeah. Okay. Plus 2250. X square minus 90x. This got cancelled out. So 5x is equal to 2250, x is equal to 450. A easy question. Next. Vimla starts for office every day at 9 a.m. and reaches exactly on time. She drives at usual speed of 40 km per hour. She is late by 6 minutes if she drives at 35 km per hour. So what we can do from this two lines, if I say time taken is t minutes, so distance will be 40 by t upon 60. And if she is late by 6 minutes, she is traveling with a speed of 35. So this is also distance, this is also distance which we can equate. Now, this can cancel out, 8, 7. So 8t, 7t plus 42. So t is equal to 42 minutes. Now, to find out the original distance, we can put the values of t. So 40 into t by 40 into 42 by 60, 2 by 3, that is 28 kilometer. So we got our distance, right? One day she covers 2/3 of her distance to office. 2/3 of her distance to office in 1/3 of her usual time. Usual time is 42 minutes. So 1/3 of usual, that means 14 minutes. Then stops for 8 minutes. 8 minutes. The speed in kilometer per hour at which she should drive the remaining distance to reach office exactly on time. Now what is remaining distance? She has already covered 2/3, so remaining distance is 1/3 of 28. That is the remaining distance. What is the remaining time? Out of 42 minutes, we have used 22 minutes. So we are left with 20 minutes. And 20 minutes into hours is 20 by 60. So answer is 28 km per hour. Option number C. Next, A and B are two railway stations at 90 km apart. A train leaves at 9 a.m. towards B. Okay, 40 speed. Another train leaves B at 10:30, heading towards A at a speed of 20 km per hour. The trains meet each other. So what we have to do in such questions? First, we have to make sure that they are on the same time. This starts at 10:30 and this starts at 9 a.m. So that means this train must have traveled something in 1.5 hours at a speed of 40. So 40 into 1.5 is 60 km. That means this train has covered 60 km and this train is at 10:30 here. Remaining distance is 30 km. This speed is 40 km per hour. This speed is 20 km per hour. So time taken will be what? Distance upon relative speed. So 40 plus 20, 60. That is 1/2 hour. So that means these two trains will meet 10:30 plus 30, 11 a.m. Option number D. Next question. Anil, Sunil and Ravi run along a circular path of length 3 km starting from the same point at the same time and going in the clockwise direction. If they run at a speed of 15, 10 and 8 respectively, how much distance in kilometer will Ravi have run when Anil and Sunil meet again for the first time? So, when Anil and Sunil meet, let's find out this, okay? When they will meet at the starting point. So, what we have to do? We have to simply take LCM of time taken by Anil. So, time taken by Anil will be 3 is the distance, speed is this. Speed, just a second. Anil speed. Anil is the first person. Okay. Anil is the first person, and Sunil is the second person. Okay. So we have to find out the LCM of this. That will give us the meeting time. That means when Anil and Sunil meet for the first time. Okay. So LCM of fraction is simply LCM of numerator upon SCF of denominator. So that means these two guys meet after 3/5 hours. We can convert it into minutes also. But question is asking how much distance in kilometer will Ravi have run. So Ravi must have traveled for 3/5 hours and the speed of Ravi is 8. So distance covered by Ravi will be this. 24/5, 4.8. So it was a direct question on circular race. Next question. Two trains cross each other in 14 seconds when running in opposite direction along parallel tracks. The faster train is 160 meter long and crosses a lamppost in 12 seconds. So if I talk about faster train length is 160 meter and it crosses a lamppost in 12 seconds. So I can say time is equal to length of the train upon speed of the train. So what will be the speed of the train? 160 by 12. We can cancel out 40/3 meter per second. That is the speed of faster train. Now, if the speed of other train is 6 km per hour less, so what is 6 km per hour in meter per second? 5/3. So slower train speed is 40/3 minus 5/3, 35/3. Next, and we have to find out the length, okay, of the slower train. Now this is also given. So time taken by these two trains to cross each other. So 14 seconds. Length of the first train is 160. Length of the second train is, let's say, x. Upon relative speed, these are moving in opposite direction. So 40/3 plus 35/3. So 14 is equal to 160 plus x. If you observe, this is 75/3, which is 25. So this will be 350 is equal to 160 plus x. So x is equal to 190. Option number D. Question says two trains A and B were moving in opposite directions. So train A, train B, moving in opposite direction. Their speed being in the ratio 5:3. So I can say, let's say the speed is 5x and 3x. The front end of A crossed the rear end of B 46 seconds after the front end of the train had crossed each other. So basically, This is the front end of train A, and this is the front end of train B. They have met. Now, the front end of A, this front end of A, this train, crossed the rear end of B 46 seconds. So that means this must have, okay. So this train must have covered the distance, the length of the train of B. So because what happening, if you observe, this is the first train, this is the second train, they have met. Now the front end of this train has reached to the rear end of this train. So that means from this to this. So this train has covered how much? The length of second train. So I can say length of second train upon. Since they are moving in opposite direction, so relative speed we will be using 5x plus 3x, and the time taken is how much? 46. First equation. Next. It took another 69 seconds for the rear end of the train to cross each other. Now what is happening basically, if you see, this situation is occurred, that means this front end has reached to the rear end. Now this train, rear end has to reach to the rear end of the first train. This is the situation now. Try to understand. This is the front end and this is the rear end, right? Now here you can see the front end, this is the second, this is the rear, this is the front. So this is train B, this is train A. Front end and rear end has met at this point, right? Now basically this has to reach to this point. Then only we can say the rear end has crossed the rear end, right? So that means now this train will be covering this length. So length of train A upon relative speed, which is 5x plus 3x, and the time taken will be 69. This will be our second equation. Now the ratio of length of train A to train B we have to find out. So just divide these two equations. So second divided by first. 5x plus 3x got cancelled out. So length of train A upon length of train B, 69 by 46. This is 3 by 2. So answer is option number D. Next question. Meera and Amal walk along a circular track starting from the same point at the same time. If they walk in the same direction, then in 45 minutes, Amal completes exactly 3 more rounds than Meera. So obviously the speed of Amal is more than Meera. So relative speed will be what? A minus M, right? Now in 45 minutes, so in 45 minutes what I can say, 3 by 4 in terms of hours, right? And the length of the track I do not know. So suppose, and Amal completes, okay. Suppose length of the track is x. So Amal has completed 3x more distance as compared to Meera. So distance is 3x. And the speed will be relative speed. So A minus M. Okay. Now let's cancel this out. So A minus M is equal to 4x. I can say that. Right. First equation. Next. If they walk in opposite direction, then they meet for the first time exactly after 3 minutes. So exactly after 3 minutes, I can say 3 by 60 is equal to x, the distance between them, and A plus M. This got cancelled out. So A plus M is equal to 20x. Now, using these two equations, I can easily find out A as well as M. So 2A is equal to 24x, A is equal to 12x, and if I put it here, M will be 8x. That means speed of Meera is 8x, speed of Amal is 12x. The number of rounds Meera walks in 1 hour. Now this speed is basically, if you observe, this speed is in kilometer per hour because I have converted every time in hours. Now, if you observe, Mira speed is 8x kilometer per hour. That means Mira must be covering 8 round length of the track or 8 rounds in 1 hour. Because length of the track or length of one round I have taken as x. So 8 rounds in 1 hour. That will be the answer. Next. Trains A and B start traveling at the same time towards each other with constant speed from station X and Y respectively. Train A reaches, okay, let's try to understand. So X and Y, here train A, here train B. Train A reaches station Y in 10 minutes while train B takes 9 minutes to reach station X after meeting train A. Okay. So train A takes 10 minutes to cover this entire journey, right? But train B takes 9 minutes to reach station X after meeting. So suppose this is a meeting point. So train B takes 9 minutes. And we do not know when they meet. Suppose the meeting time is t minute. Meeting time I am taking t minute. So this is t. So if train A is taking t minute to cover this distance, train B will also be taking t minute. Because you know time remains constant. Okay. So for train B, time is t minute. For train A is also t minute. Okay. Now after meeting, how much time taken by train A? That we do not know. But we know the total time is 10 minutes. If this time is t minute, so this will be 10 minus t. The time taken by train A to reach to Y after meeting, right? Now we know a concept, that is, if the meeting time is given to us and time taken after meeting point is also given to us. So there is a direct relation, and the relation is meeting time is equal to under root, meeting time is t minute, is equal to under root product of meeting time or time after meeting point. So 9 into 10 minus t. Now let's square this. T square is equal to 9t minus 9t. T square plus 9t minus 9t is equal to 0. So t square 15. T minus 6t minus 9t is equal to 0. From this you will get t is equal to 6. T is equal to minus 15 will not be possible, right? Negative time nahi ho sakta na. So t is equal to 6. Okay. Then the total time in minutes by train B to travel from station Y to X. So we got the meeting time, that is 6. So this train took 6 minutes to reach here and then 9 minutes to reach here. So 9 plus 6, 15 will be the answer. Next. Two ships meet mid-ocean and then one ship goes south. So suppose they meet here. One ship goes south, other ship goes west. Both traveling at constant speed. 2 hours later, they are 60 km apart. So they are 60 km apart. If the speed of one of the ship is 6 km per hour more than the other one. So suppose, let's say, this is x plus 6. Speed I am taking, same. And 2 hours later. So that means the distance must be this. Distance must be this, right? So using Pythagoras theorem, I can directly say 2x whole square plus 2x plus 6 whole square is equal to 60 square. Now what we have to find out? The speed in kilometer per hour of the slower ship. We can use options also, and if you do not want to use options, I'll teach you how to solve from this also. So there are two ways you can use options. I'm doing the manual way. So 4x square, this will be what? 4 x square plus 36 plus 12x is equal to 3600. I can cancel out 4, 900. So x square plus x square, 2x square plus 12x plus 36 is equal to 900. I can further cancel out by 2. So x square plus 6x plus 18 is equal to 450. And that will be x square plus 6x minus 432. Now this is 24 and 18. From this you will be getting x is equal to minus 24 and 18. Obviously minus 24 cannot be possible. So my answer will be 18. Next, two ships are approaching a port along state routes at a constant speed. Initially, the two ships and the port formed an equilateral triangle. So something like this. So ship 1 here, ship 2 here, and this is the port. Okay, the length of this triangle is 24. When the slower ship traveled 8 kilometer, so 8 kilometer, suppose this is the slower ship, the triangle formed by the new position of the two ships and the port became right angled. That means this ship has traveled something, this ship has traveled, let's say, this part. Now the triangle formed here is right angle triangle. So this is 90 degree, and you know this is an equilateral triangle. This bigger one was the equilateral triangle. So I can say this angle must be 60, this is 90, and this is 30. Now using 30, 60, 90, if the side given in front of, just a second, if the side given in front of 30 is 1, 90 will be 2, 60 will be root 3. So this is very important relation. If the angles are in 30, 60, 90, sides will be in the ratio 1:to root 3:2. Now let's use this here. If this is 18, this will be 16 because this entire is 24. Now side opposite to 90 is 16. So side opposite to 30 will be 8. Half हो जाता है. 90 के सामने 2 है तो 30 के सामने 1. So this is 8. If this is 8, that means this ship must have traveled 16 kilometer. So from this what we can understand, that means if this is covering 8 kilometer, this must be covering 16 kilometer. Right? Just okay. So speed का ratio 1:2 हो जाता है. Okay, moving on. When the faster ship reaches the port, that means faster ship has covered how much? 8 kilometer. So this ship must have covered how much? 4 kilometer, because the ratio of speed is 1:2. The distance between the other ship and the port. So this total distance is 24. This slower ship has covered 8 plus 4, 12. So the remaining distance will be 12. Answer is C. Next. Moody takes 30 seconds to finish riding an escalator if he walks on it at his normal speed. So what I am doing, I am taking Moody speed is m steps per second and escalator speed is e steps per second. That's how we do escalator problems, right? So Moody takes 30 seconds to finish riding an escalator if he walks on it at his normal speed in the same direction. So they are moving in the same direction, Moody as well as escalator, right? So 30, that is your time. Speed will be what? M plus E. That will give you steps on the escalator or your distance. He takes 20 seconds to finish riding the escalator if he walks at twice his normal speed. That means 20 into 2m plus E. And this is also the distance or the steps on the escalator. So can I equate this with this? And if I do that, this got cancelled out. So 4m plus 2e, 3m plus 3e. So m is equal to E. Speed of Moody and speed of escalator is same, right? Now if I put it here, I can find out the distance. So 30 into So I can say m by e is 1 by 1. So I'm taking the speed of m and e, let's say 1 step per second. So can I say the distance is total 60 steps, right? If I take the ratio I'm taking as 1 by 1. So speed of m as 1 steps, speed of e is also 1 steps, right? Now, if Moody decides to stand still on the escalator, that means Moody is not moving, then the time in seconds needed to finish riding the escalator. Now, escalator is doing the work. So, time taken will be what? 60 by 1, speed of escalator, 60 seconds. Next, two cars travel from different location at constant speed. To meet each other after starting at the same time, they take 1.5 hours if they travel towards each other. So 1.5 hours if they travel towards each other. ठीक है. But 10.5 hours if they travel in the same direction. If the speed of slower car is 60 km per hour, then the distance traveled in kilometer by slower car when it meets the other car while traveling towards each other. That means we are talking about this case. And they took, if you observe, we can solve this question within seconds, because if you observe, the slower car took 1.5 hours because they met, and when two people or two persons or two cars meet, so time remain constant. So if the first car is taking 1.5 hours, other car will also be taking 1.5 hours. So slower car is taking 1.5 hours to meet, and slower car is traveling at a speed of 60 km per hour. So distance will be 60 into 1.5. That's it. 90 km. We do not need to do anything else here. This was a direct question, right? Next. Arvind travels from town A to town B and Surabhi from town B to town A. So, town A, town B, Arvind is here, Surabhi is here. Okay? After meeting each other, so they meet here, Arvind takes 6 hours to reach town B, Surabhi take 24 hours to reach town A. If Arvind traveled at a speed of 54 km per hour, Arvind's speed we know 54 km per hour, then the distance in kilometer between A and town B. Okay. So we can find out the meeting time, because we know the shortcut is meeting time is equal to under root 24 into 6, under root 144, that is 12. So that means Arvind must have taken 12 hours to reach to this point. And after this, Arvind is taking how much time? 6 hours. So in total, Arvind is taking 18 hours and Arvind is traveling at a speed of 54. So through this, I can directly answer my question. So this will be 18 4 just 72, 972. That is my answer. Next, the minor angle between the hour's hand and the minute's hand of a clock was observed as this. So we have to find out angle between hour hand and minute hand. So guys, angle between hour hand and minute hand is given by a direct formula, that is 30h minus 11 by 2m or 11 by 2m minus 30h, because we always subtract a smaller value from the bigger value. So we do not know which will be the bigger. So if this is bigger, we will be subtracting this from this. If this is bigger, we will be subtracting this from this. So we have to check this. So let's find out the angle. So h is basically 8, m is basically 48. H represent hours, m represent minutes. So 30 into 8, 240, and 11 by 2 into m. M is how much? 48. So 11 by 2 into 48, that is 264. So 264 minus 240, answer is 24. So the angle is 24. Now minimum duration in minutes after 8:48 when this angle increases by 50%. Now that means we have to check for 36 degree. The angle is increased by how much? 50%, which is 12 degree. So 24 plus 12 is 36 degree. So at what time the hour end and minute hand will be making a 36 degree angle? And we have to check for obviously time after 8 o'clock after this, right? So what I'm going to do, I know I'm using this formula, right? Because 11/2m is bigger than this. So what I'm doing, I do not know the minute at which this hour hand and minute hand will be making 36 degree angle. So I am finding out that m, okay, minus 30 into 8, right? 30h is already given, 240. Okay, let's solve this. So this, if I bring here 276, so 11m is equal to 552, I think. 552, right? So m will be just a second, 50 point something. Or if I try to find out the exact value, so this will be m 52/11 minute, right? 52/11. So that means the time after this, so this was for 8:48 minute. So what will be my answer? 52/11 minus 48 minute. So 2/11, that we can say 24/11. So after 24/11 minute, I can say that my angle will be increased by 50%. So B is the right answer. Okay, moving on. So this question is, Vrishti went on 8-hour trip in a car, had travelled a total of x kilometer, okay, where x is a whole number and is a palindromic, that is x remains unchanged when its digits are reversed. At the end of the trip, the car had travelled a total of, so this was shown in the odometer of the car, that car has travelled how much in total? 26862 kilometer. This number again being palindromic, okay, okay. If Vrishti never drove at more than 110 km per hour, then the greatest possible average speed at which she drove. So what I'll be doing, I'll be using the options. So I know the speed cannot be more than 110 and we have to find out the maximum speed. So if you look at the options, the maximum speed is 110. So 110 and Vrishti has covered 8-hour trip, right? So Vrishti must have covered 880 km. So that means the distance, इससे पहले की जो distance रही होगी वो कितना रहा होगी? We can calculate, we can subtract this, right? Because if you observe, question says Vrishti went on 8-hour trip in a car, had travelled a total of x kilometer till then. मतलब initially car had travelled x kilometer. Now Vrishti is covering how much? 8-hour trip. So that distance is something which we do not know. And after covering that distance, the total distance becomes this. So I'm going backtrack. Okay? So if I subtract this, 2, ये 8 हो जाएगा, ये 9 हो जाएगा, 2598. This is not forming a palindromic, so this is not possible. Now, if I take the maximum speed as 100, so 100 into 8, 800, so 26062. देखिए palindromic बन गया. Palindromic, what palindromic means? Digits reverse करके भी लिखोगे तो वैसा ही लिख जाएगा. ठीक है, तो palindromic है ये. तो मतलब क्या था क्वेश्चन में कि क्वेश्चन में इनिशियली देयर इज अ कार जिसने कुछ किलोमीटर चला है, वी डू नॉट नो, बट दैट नंबर इज अ पैलिंड्रोमिक नंबर. उसके बाद वो 8 आवर की ट्रिप कवर करती है और उसके बाद जो डिस्टेंस होती है वो ये होती है. तो हमने बैक ट्रैक करके फाइंड किया है. नेक्स्ट, रवि इज ड्राइविंग एट अ स्पीड ऑफ 40 किलोमीटर पर आवर ऑन ए रोड. ठीक है, विजय इज 54 meters बिहाइंड रवि. सो रवि इज Okay, Vijay is here, Ravi is here, 54 meter, ठीक है, and driving the same direction, Ravi, okay, same direction, ठीक है. Speed is also known to us of Ravi, that is 40 km per hour. Ashok is driving along the same road from the opposite direction at a speed of 50 km per hour as 225 meters away, that is Ashok, and the speed is 50 km per hour. The speed in kilometer per hour at which Vijay should drive so that all three cross each other at the same time. So first of all, let's try to find out when Ravi meets Ashok. So Ravi meets Ashok and they are traveling in opposite direction. So distance is in meter, speed is in kilometer per hour. So convert it into meter per second. 5, 9. So that means Ravi has met Ashok in 9 seconds. So during those 9 seconds, Ravi must have covered something. Initially, Ravi is 54 meters ahead of Vijay. Now, Ravi must have covered something in 9 seconds. So, distance covered by Ravi will be 40 into 9, 40 into 5 by 18 भी करना होगा मैं, because speed is in kilometer per hour. 18, 5, sorry, not 18, 9 2s are 18, this is 20. 9 2s are 18, okay, 100 meter. So that means Ravi initially 54 meter ahead है और 100 meter का और gap हो चुका है, right? So in total, if you see, there is a gap of 154 meter which Vijay has to cover, right? And Vijay must be traveling with his own speed, and the speed of Vijay which we do not know, right? And the time taken should be 9 seconds. In that 9 seconds, Vijay must be covering 154 meter, if you can observe that, right? So speed of Vijay will be what? 154 divided by 9. But we have to convert, this is distance, this is time, but we have to convert speed into kilometer per hour. So for that, what we will be doing, we will be multiplying by 18 by 5. So my answer is 308 divided by 5, that is roughly 61.6. Option number A. तो हुआ क्या basically? Ravi has met Ashok in 9 seconds. उसी 9 सेकंड में विजय ने रवि से मीट किया होगा, बट विजय ने इन टोटल कितना कवर किया होगा वो हमें देखना था. 54 तो किया होगा, बट रवि भी थोड़ा आगे निकल गया है, तो इन टोटल उसने विजय ने कितना कवर किया होगा? 154 मीटर, राइट? So question says a boat takes 2 hours to travel downstream a river from port A to port B. So I do not know the speed of this boat. So suppose speed is A and it is taking 2 hours to travel downstream a river from port A to port B. And if I read further, I do not know the distance also, right? So let's say distance is D. And the speed of water is also not known to us. So speed of water, I am taking it as W. Okay? So this boat taking 2 hours to travel downstream and 3 hours to travel upstream. So I know time is equal to distance by speed. So D upon A plus W is equal to 2 hours. D is equal to A minus W is equal to 3 hours. Now if I equate D, so 2A plus 2W, 3A minus 3W. From this I can say A is equal to 5W. And if I put this here, I can find out D also. So 5W plus W is equal to 2. So D will be 12W. Next, another boat takes a total of 6 hours to travel from port B to port A and return to port B. So that means if you try to understand, this boat must be the slower boat as compared to the first one, because the first one is taking 5 hours to cover the entire journey, but this boat is taking 6 hours. If the speed of boats in the river are constant, then the time in hours taken by the slower boat to travel from port A to port B. Okay. So, if I try to understand this part, I do not know the speed of this. So, I am taking the speed, let's say B. Okay. Okay. So, I know the water is flowing from A to B because this boat is traveling downstream. So, A to B, water is moving and this boat is moving downstream in the same direction, right? So, since water is going, boat is going from A to B and water must be traveling from A to B, the direction of water must be A to B, then only we can see the condition of downstream, right? Now, another boat taking total of 6 hours to travel from B to port A and then A to B. Okay. So, D upon B minus W plus D upon B plus W is equal to 6 hours, right? First, it must be traveling upstream, then downstream, right? Now, we already know D is 12W. I can take D common. Here, B square minus W square, right? I will be getting B plus W plus B minus W here, right? Is equal to 6. This got cancel out. So, यहाँ से आपको मिलेगा, this also got cancel out and this goes to the right hand side. B square minus W square is equal to 4BW. So, B square minus 4BW minus W square is equal to 0. So, I am getting a quadratic equation. Now, let's find out the value of B using quadratic formula, that is minus B plus minus under root B square minus 4AC upon 2A. So, minus plus 4W, because B is a variable here, right? Plus minus under root 4W ka square is 16W square. A minus 4AC, that will give you plus 4W square upon 2A. A is 1. So, 4W plus minus, this will be root 20W square, that is 4 into 5. So, 2 I can take outside, even 2W I can take outside, root 5, because W square root will be W, right? So, this will be 2W plus minus W root 5. Now, obviously, there are two possible values of B, but it cannot be negative because I am getting these values, right? It cannot be this because if I look at this, root 5 is more than 2. So, I will be getting negative value. So, that's why this is the possible value, right, of B. So, we got the value of B. Now, what we have to find out, the time taken by the slower boat to travel from port A to port B, that means going downstream. So, going downstream, we have to find out the time taken by B, slower boat, right? So, D is 12W. The value of B is 2W plus root 5W plus W. That will be the downstream speed, right? This is the speed of boat, this is the speed of water. Now, let's simplify. W will get cancelled out. So, 12 upon 3 plus root 5. Now, we know one thing in maths, that we do not keep square root in the denominator. So, we have to do rationalization. So, in the numerator, you will be getting this. In the denominator, 9 minus 5, 4. This got cancelled out. So, my answer will be option number A. Next, two places A and B are 45 km apart and connected by a straight road. ठीक है. A and B. This is 45 kilometer. Anil goes from A to B. Anil is going from A to B. And Sunil goes from B to A. Starting at the same time, they cross each other in exactly 1.5 hours. So they meet, suppose at this point, this is your meeting point. So they will be taking how many hours? 1.5 hours to reach here, 1.5 hours to reach here, right? Now, Anil and Sunil both are here. Now, if Anil reaches B exactly 1 hour 15 minutes after Sunil reaches A, so Sunil is taking, let's say, T time, T hours. So Anil must be taking T plus 15 by 60. Sorry, 1 hour, matlab 1 hours 15 minutes. इसको convert करते हैं 1 plus 15 by 60. That will be 5 by 4 hours. So Anil must be taking T plus 5 by 4 hours to reach to B from this meeting point. Now, we already know a shortcut, that is, if meeting time is given to us and time after meeting time is given to us to reach to the respective destination. So the formula is meeting time is equal to, that is 3 by 2, 1.5 can be written as 3 by 2 is equal to square root of a product of these two times, that is T into T plus 5 by 4, right? Now let's square this. So 9 by 4 T square plus 5T divided by 4. On taking LCM, I'll be getting 9 by 4, 4T square plus 5T by 4. Obviously, this got cancelled out. So when we cancel this out, we will be getting a quadratic equation. Let me solve this. Here, 4T square plus 5T minus 9 is equal to 0. If I try to solve this, 4T square plus 9T minus 4T minus 9 is equal to 0. Taking T common, 4T plus 9 minus 1 common, 4T plus 9, I can clearly see the value of T will be 1 because 4T plus 9 will be giving negative value. So T comes out as 1. That means this is 1 hour and this will be 1 plus 5 by 4, 9 by 4 hours. Now, the speed of Anil in kilometer per hour. So if you try to understand, Anil has taken how much time to cover this total distance? 3 by 2 plus 9 by 4. So Anil took total time as 3 by 2 plus 9 by 4. So that will be 15 by 4 hours. And the distance he covered is 45 kilometers. So we can easily find out his speed. His speed is distance upon time. So 4 3s are 12. Option number C. Next, a bus starts at 9 a.m. and follows a fixed route every day. One day it traveled a constant speed of, okay, so 9 a.m. पे start होती है, ठीक है. One day it traveled at a constant speed of 60 km per hour and reached its destination 3.5 hours later than its scheduled arrival time. Okay. Next day it traveled 2/3 of its route in 1/3 of its total scheduled travel time and the remaining part, okay. So how we can solve this? Now I do not know the distance. So if I take the distance as x, so if this is traveling at a speed of 60, so time taken will be what? X by 60. And he is taking 3.5 hours extra. So total time, suppose T, so 3 plus T plus 3.5. This is my original time. Sorry, this is my time because of covering this distance at a speed of 60. And T is my, let's say, original time, which I have taken in hours, okay? So with respect to original time, this person is taking 3.5 hours extra. Next day it traveled 2/3 of its route in 1/3 of its total scheduled travel time. So total time is T. That means he has already covered, or he has already traveled for T/3 hours. Now what is the remaining part? Obviously you can say, so since 2/3 has been covered, so we are left with x/3, and he's covering this distance at a speed of 40 to reach just on time. Just on time means time was T. Okay? So if he goes in this format, he will be taking time that is equal to the original time. Now let's try to simplify. This goes to right hand side, and this will be x/120, 2t/3. This got cancelled out. So x comes out as 80t. Now if I put this here, 80t upon 60, t plus 3.5 can be written as 7/2. This is 4/3. So 4t/3 minus t is equal to 7/2. So from this, I will be getting the value of t, that is 21/2, 10.5 hours. That means he took 10.5 hours from 9 a.m. So we can find out the arrival time of the bus, right? So that will be 9 a.m. plus 10.5 hours. Okay? So that will be 7:30 p.m. Next, a train traveled a certain distance at a uniform speed. Had the speed been 6 km per hour more, it would have needed 4 hours less. Suppose original speed is s and original time is t. This is s km per hour, this is t hours. So what will be the original distance? St. Now if I use the first condition, it says if speed is 6 km per hour extra, time will be 4 hours less. Now equated this, because distance will be the same, right? From this we can find out something. This got cancelled out. 6t minus 4s is equal to 24. That is our first equation. Similarly, st can be equated with this also. Had the speed been 6 km per hour less, that means s minus 6, time will be 6 hours more. So st is equal to st minus 6t plus 6s minus 36. So minus 6, this got cancelled out. Minus 6t plus 6s is equal to 36. This is my second equation. This is my first, this is my second. Now if I try to put it here, so 6t minus 4s is equal to 24. Now if I add these two, so this got cancelled out. So 2s is equal to 6t, s is equal to 30 km per hour. Now we know the value of s. Now if I put it here, I can find out the t also. So 6t minus 120 is equal to 24. 6t is equal to 144. So t is equal to 24. And we have to find out the distance. So 24 into 30 is 720. Answer is option number A. Next, Shruti travels a distance of 224 km in 4 parts for a travel time of 3 hours. So 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Her speeds in these 4 parts follow an arithmetic progression, okay? And the corresponding time taken to cover these 4 parts follow another arithmetic progression, fine. If she travels at a speed of 960 meters per minute for the 30 minutes to cover the first part, okay. So speed, let's say, is 960 meter per minute, right? And we know it is forming a arithmetic progression. So I'm taking 960 plus x. Suppose x is your common difference. So 960 plus 2x, 960 plus 3x. ठीक है. Next, 30 minutes to cover the first part. So time is 30 minutes. So 30 plus d, 30 plus 2d, 30 plus 3d. And this is the speed, this is time. Luckily, total time is given to us, that is 3 hours. So I can add this and equate with 3 hours. Since this is in minute, I have to convert this is in minutes also. 3 hours basically 180 minutes. So if I add this, I will be getting 120 plus 6d is equal to 180. 6d comes out as 60, d comes out as 10. If d comes out as 10, so I can say this time is 40 minute, this is 50 minute, this is 60 minute, right? Now, one more thing which is given to us, that is the distance. So how I can use this, okay? So 960 meter per minute and time taken is 30 minutes. So distance will be 960 into 30 plus 960 plus x into 40. 960 plus 2x into 50 and 960 plus 3x into 60, and the total distance is in kilometers. So let's convert this in meter. I can cancel out 1 0. Okay. Also, if I focus only on 960, can I take 960 common? This is 3, 960 into 4, so 3 plus 4, 960 into 5, 960 into 6. This I can do. What else I can do? 4x, 4x, 5 2s are 10x, 18x. Anything else? 4, ठीक है, is equal to 22400. What is this? 6 plus 5, 11, 15, 18. So 960 into 18 plus this is how much? 32x is equal to 22400. Now can I cancel this out? 32 I can cancel out. 32 3s are 96. So this is 30. 32 7s are this, so 700. 18 30 540. 540 plus x is equal to 700. So x must be 160. Now what is question asking? The distance in meters she travels in the fourth part. So fourth part, the speed is 960 plus 160 into 3, that is 480. Yeah, 480. This is how much? 1440. The speed is this. Time is 60 minutes. And we have to convert the distance in meter only. So we have to keep distance in meter. So this into this is 864. Option number A. Next. Rita and Sneha can row a boat at 5 km per hour and 6 km per hour in still water respectively. Okay. And we do not know the speed of water. So water speed I am taking W. Sneha takes 14 minutes more to row 14 km upstream than to row the same distance downstream. So Sneha upstream time is 14 minutes more than downstream time. Sneha 48, sorry, downstream time plus 48 divided by 60. To convert it into hours, time we can find out with the help of distance by speed. So distance is 14. Sneha upstream, so W is the water speed, suppose. So 6 minus W I can say is equal to 14 upon 6 plus W plus 4 by 5. So if I bring this on the left hand side, I can take 14 common. 1 upon 6 minus W minus 1 upon 6 plus W is equal to 4 by 5. So 14 36 minus W square, 6 plus W minus 6 plus W, ठीक है, is equal to 4 by 5. If you observe 14, this is 2W, 28W, right? 28W upon 36 minus W square is equal to 4 by 5. This got cancelled out. So I'll be getting a quadratic equation, that is 36 minus W square is equal to 35W. Or I can say W square plus 35W minus 36 is equal to 0. So W square plus 36W minus W minus 36 is equal to 0. I can clearly see W will be minus 1. Okay. So W will be 1. Sorry, W will be 1, not minus 1, my bad. W will be 1 because this will be giving you negative value, which is not possible. Now, what else question is saying? If Rita starts from a certain location in the river and returns downstream to the same location. So first this person must be going upstream, then coming downstream, taking a total of 100 minutes. So we do not know the distance covered by Rita. So distance, suppose D, upstream speed will be 5 minus 1 4, 5 plus 1 6, and time taken as 100 minutes. Now if you convert 100 minutes in hours, 100 by 60, that will be 5 by 3 hours. (3D plus 2D, 5D). So D is equal to 4. So total distance Rita will cover will be 4 plus 4 because 4 kilometer in upstream, 4 kilometer in downstream. So my answer will be 4 plus 4, 8. Next. Okay, what this question says. Rahul starts on his journey at 5 p.m. at a constant speed. So that he reaches his destination at 11 p.m. the same day. So time taken by him is 6 hours. And however, on his way, he stops for 20 minutes and something. His initial speed we have to find out. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm taking initial speed as, let's say, x kilometer per hour. So distance will be what? 6x. Okay. Right. Okay. Next. However, on his way, he stops for 20 minutes and after that, he increases his speed by 3 km per hour to reach on time. Notice what is happening basically. So, if I try to understand, that means he traveled some part. That some part we do not know. Let's say that some part is k. And he traveled that some part with a speed of x. So, time taken is this much. Now, he covered the remaining part, that is 6x minus k, at a speed of 3 km extra, that is x plus 3. And the time taken by him to cover this entire journey will be 20 minutes less than 6 hours. So 6 minus 1 by 3. 20 minutes को 1 by 3 hours बोल सकते हैं. And this is 17 by 3. Now let's simplify this. X square plus 3x in the denominator. In the numerator, kx plus 3k plus 6x square minus kx is equal to 17 by 3. So I can see this is getting cancelled out. So cross multiplication, 18x square plus 9k, 17x square plus 51x. So from this, x square is coming out as 51x minus 9k. Next. If he had stopped for 10 minutes more, he would have had to increase his speed by 5 km per hour to reach on time. So that means this person is covering the same thing. So he covered k distance with a speed of x. Now he's covering the remaining distance at a speed of x plus 5. And this time he's taking 30 minutes. He stopped for 30 minutes, right? So that's why he must be covering this part in 5.5 hours, which is 11 by 2. Now let's simplify this. X square plus 5x, kx plus 5k plus 6x square minus kx is equal to 11 by 2. I can cancel this out. Cross multiplication, 12x square plus 10k, 11x square plus 55x. So x square is coming out as 55x minus 10k. I can equate this. So 55x minus 10k is equal to 51x minus 9k. So 4x is equal to k. We are getting k is equal to 4x. ठीक है, k की वैल्यू 4x आ चुकी है. निकालना क्या है? स्पीड निकालनी है आपको इनिशियली. So just let's put this value here. I got k as 4x. Now I'm putting it here. So x square is equal to 51 minus 9 4 जा 36. 51x minus 36x. ठीक है, I have put this value here, है ना? ठीक है, 9 just a second. 9 4 जा 36. Yeah. So x square is equal to 15x. So x is equal to 15. So x will be 15. There is some problem in the options. The first option is this, second is this, third is this, and fourth is this. Okay. So right answer is option number C. So options were 20, 12, 15 and 18. So right answer is 15. Next. Ankita walks from A to C through B and runs back through the same route at a speed that is 40% more than her walking speed. Now let's try to understand. So Ankita is going to A to C through B. Okay, so she is walking and runs back through the same route at a speed of that is 40% more than her walking speed. So suppose walking speed I am taking 5x. So running speed will be what? 7x. Okay. Next, C takes exactly 3 hours 30 minutes to walk from B to C. So B to C, walking speed is 5x. So I can find out the distance. Distance will be what? 7 by 2 into the speed is 5x. 35x by 2. This will be the distance of B to C. As well as to run from B to A. So running, since she is running with the speed of 7x, so 7 by 2 into 7x. So distance, this will be 49x by 2. Okay, next. What else we have to find out? The total time she would take to walk from A to B and run from B to C. देखिए, walk, that means 49x by 2. This is the distance, and this distance she must be covering at a speed of 5x. Plus that distance 35x by 2, she must be covering at a speed of 7x. Obviously, I can see x and x got cancelled out. Okay? 7 is also got cancelled out, 5. So here we are getting 49 by 10. Here we are getting 5 by 2. Now, taking LCM 10, so 49 plus 25. This will be 74 by 10. So this is in hours. We have to convert this in minutes into 66. So this is coming out as 444. Answer will be 444. Okay, so that's all in this video. So we have covered question from 2017 till 2015. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आई होगी तो प्लीज़ मेंशन योर फीडबैक इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, एंड इफ़ यू वांट such videos for other topics also, like arithmetic remaining topics, we can plan for time and work, we can plan for profit and loss, average, mixture, allegation. Same thing I can do for geometry as well as algebra topics. But again, that depends on your response. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आई और आपको कुछ ना कुछ इससे सीखने को मिला है, प्लीज़ शेयर योर फीडबैक्स इन द कमेंट सेक्शन.